Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Friday, May 21st, 2021. And today is a day that's ruled by the solar plexus chakra and guided by heart. And the galactic signature that we are working with today is the white lunar mirror energy. And so this white mirror energy is reminding us that we don't see the world the way it is. We see it the way we are. And so to really work today at polishing the lens of our perception, understanding that everything that we see and experience in the world is but a reflection, mirroring back to us a truth that we hold within ourselves. And as we begin to shift and change those truths and those perceptions, our outer reality begins to shift and change as well. This is also the energy where we may notice ourselves being mirrors for other people and mirroring back to them what they need to see. So it's a day to be really aware of our perceptions, to be really aware of where it is that we're being shown a truth. Today is all about being shown truth, often those uncomfortable truths. And so being willing to look at that, being willing to stare ourselves in the mirror, to stare the truth in the mirror. And then, and only then, can we begin to transform. So really powerful energy that we are working with. And with this lunar tone, which is all about challenge and opposing forces, it's probably not going to be gentle. There may be some jarring realizations that come about today. We are building up to that full moon eclipse energy. If you guys haven't checked out that video or the eclipse season video, I highly recommend that you guys check those out. Really powerful energies that we're working with. And we are working with the energy of belief systems. So this white mirror energy is very, very relevant right now. And I am going to read for you guys the description from the Astro Dream Advisor. And it says, white mirror represents the hall of mirrors, where you can face your own reflection and see the truth about yourself. As a mirror, white mirror merely reflects what is, whether truth, beauty, or illusion. Here you can face unfinished business, the dissonance of difficulties, or charged issues that would keep you from the full expression of your divinity. Become aware of any illusions or distortions within yourself. Your clarity of perception will transform them. Take a moment to see yourself as you actually are, shadow and all, freed from the maze of mental illusion. Sometimes you may find yourself reacting rather than freely responding to a situation or person. If you have charged reactions such as frustration, anger, fear, judgment, or jealousy, look at how you might be projecting these issues onto someone else. The world is the mirror for you to truly see. Any strong reaction to a person or event signals an issue to work on in yourself. Be willing to examine and utilize what you see in your mirrors in order to transform dysfunctional belief systems, negative thought forms, and fixed patterns. In the Hall of Mirrors, there is no good or bad, no right or wrong. There is only the reflection of what is. As you learn to see yourself, you begin to see your emotional reactions as signs indicating where to focus your awareness for growth. Very important, right? We talk about that all the time. On this quest, come prepared to face White Mirror's sword of truth and purification. The wisdom of this sword penetrates, exposes, and ultimately heals your illusions. Discrimination is tempered with love and cleanly cuts away everything that does not serve your evolution. To the Maya, White Mirror is the flint that hones your sword. The greatest gift of the sword is the power of forgiveness. A profound freedom emerges from forgiveness, the releasing of the illusion of cause and effect. Use the great gifts offered in this land of truth and light to forgive and release anything you may judge or see as imperfect. You are already an enlightened being. The color for White Mirror is reflective silver. Silver symbolizes the lunar intelligence of intuition and receptiveness, the mirrored illusions of duality and multiplicity. In the larger pattern, all things are reflections of the greater reality. Silver offers a glimpse of the great mystery, the reflection of things as they really are. To access the qualities and teachings of White Mirror, utilize silver. And then for those who do have this as a signature, it also says that white mirrors are able to clearly reflect others back to themselves once their own mirrors become clear. So that's a beautiful gift and strength that the White Mirror tribe holds. And the lunar tone is the loom of reality, the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. 2 is the ray of polarity, The sacred twins, smoky mirror, and the clear reflection, all things in relationship. Polarity is the loom on which reality is strung, the magnetic dance of universal forces. Within the mirror of polarity, you will find the many faces of illusion, as well as ultimate freedom from illusion. Polarity reveals your conflict struggles and the apparent separation created by your beliefs in duality. Examine your attractions and aversions. Discover the loom of reality that is intricately woven in relationship. Utilize the teachings that are held in the number 2. Polarized positions actually work in cooperative alliance. In cooperation, all polarities serve as backgrounds for full appreciation of one another and the whole. Also examine the polarity of male and female within yourself. Explore your divine feminine and masculine aspects. Look for the gifts within your relationships. Investigate the polarities within them and explore the natural lines of force and growth they create. Remember, polarity is the pulse of universal source. And I really like this because it talks about how within the mirror of polarity, you will find the many faces of illusion, as well as ultimate freedom from illusion. And that freedom from illusion begins to come when we realize, as it said, that polarities are really simply two sides of the same coin, right? But it's the same coin. It's all the same. It's all one. And that is something that we're working with and understanding as we begin to ascend, right, is coming back to unity, coming back to totality, coming back to oneness. Anything that seeks to pull us away from that understanding of oneness is something that we want to look at, because ultimately that's all there is. When we become too polarized, when we swing too far in one direction or the other, we separate ourselves from that. We want to stay sort of in that midpoint. We want to stay in that place of neutrality. And so the affirmations for today are: I polarize in order to reflect stabilizing order. I seal the matrix of endlessness with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of heart. And the secondary affirmation is: I am Etsnab, mirror. I accept your shadow sides. I give you purity and endlessness. And the guidance for today is to focus on discerning truth from illusion. Learn from the mirrors provided by other people and situations. Face your shadow and unconsciousness. Release all that does not authentically reflect you. All right. So I'm thinking that I'm going to start mixing things up a little bit. So we may not go over a full astrological lineup in these daily readings. I may do like a weekly astrological thing where I go over the major astrological energies of the week, but we're not going to get super in depth into the chart every day. We're going to work with that galactic energy, and some of the basics may come up, right? Like I am absolutely talking about how it is the first day of Gemini season today. And so happy birthday to all of my beautiful Geminis. We are still within the Pleiadian portal as well. So enjoy that energy. Like we said, time is fluid, so there's never really an exact start and end date. I don't feel like I'm feeling this energy really like we're gonna be feeling it out all the way towards that full moon eclipse, that portal of purification, as the video was titled. And so we're feeling a lot of those purifying energies coming up. We're experiencing possibly a lot of purging. Everyone's going to have their own experience, but for many of us, I think we are absolutely experiencing that. But we're also feeling all of this light coming in, and we're being given so much assistance. I don't think it's any accident that we have the Pleiadian portal happening right before this portal of purification, this eclipse that we're having. I think that they're really coming through to assist us in lightening our load and assisting us in this detox process in a smooth and gentle kind of way in some ways. So really take advantage of that. All right, let's see what guidance we have. I'm pulling some tarot for today. All right, interesting. First card out is the Two of Cups. With those beautiful swans, this is soulmate love. And that was interesting because that came out in the reading yesterday too. There was a lot of that love energy that came out, a lot of that soulmate energy. So really calling in our divine soulmates, but also we talked about duality, we talked about polarity, we talked about the masculine and the feminine, right? And so these two aspects of self as well. So a lot of that, definitely being advised, I feel, to work with our masculine and feminine energies today. And the 10 of Cups. All right. So this is a beautiful energy. Or wait, that's the 9 of Cups on this deck. All right, the 9 of Cups. So we got wish fulfillment and love. So somebody's wishes are coming true when it comes to love. I mean, that just is what it is. I can't really. Sometimes I try to spin it away because I don't want to be one of those readers that just comes on and does love readings for people, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, that is an aspect of our journey, and relationships are a huge way that we learn and we grow, and they're very important. However, like, I don't want to just be talking about that. So I try to steer away from it. But when it's coming out, it's coming out, you guys. There is fulfillment happening in partnership for people. Definitely, like, union energy for those of you who do identify with the twin flame journey as well, with the swans as well. That definitely, it can feel that way. Divine counterparts, we'll call it that. Divine counterparts coming in. Wish fulfillment in that area. Absolutely. This is what I call in the traditional deck the genie in a bottle card, right? So this is also telling you to make those wishes and set those intentions. And this is the Jupiter and Pisces card. And we do have Jupiter currently in the sign of Pisces. So this is, okay. So throughout this Jupiter's transit of Pisces here, we may be seeing people coming into union. We may be seeing people either inner union or outer union. Or both, right? Because one precedes the other. But we may see people coming into union within and possibly without. We're definitely being given an opportunity to... What are those wishes, right? Like we said, this is the genie in a bottle card. What are your wishes? Those wishes can manifest very readily right now, especially if those are related to, like, there's just a beautiful energy for love connection. This is also, the swans remind me of purity. The swan also reminds me of, it makes me think of the story, The Ugly Duckling, right? And so I think that that's a story that we can all relate to in one shape or form as we're beginning to realize, like, we're becoming swans now. Our whole lives we felt like the ugly duckling, right? We didn't necessarily fit in. We were different. Things didn't feel like they came as easily. And this isn't going to be true for everyone. This is just what's coming right now. Things didn't feel like this incarnation, this lifetime, didn't feel like it came as easily as it did to other people. You know, just kind of sitting around looking at people interacting with each other, looking at people doing the things that people do, and just feeling kind of left out, like, why is this so easy for them? Why is this? I feel like a lot of us too, it's like, why is this enough? And so that's heavy right there. Why is that enough? And why is that not enough for me? As sort of, ooh, there's a heaviness with that. That's profound right there. Why is this enough for them, and why isn't this enough for me? And I feel like people, this is like a life story, right? But this is also, I think, in regards to this love energy, this meeting people and never feeling the kind of connection that you know is possible. Or not even knowing that it's possible, but knowing that, like, whoever you meet, like, that energy is never enough, right? And being like, what's wrong with me that's not enough for me? It's enough for everybody else. Like, what is everybody else? Are they feeling something that I'm not? It's like the level of connection, and this isn't just in romantic partnership. This is in any kind of friendship, any kind of partnership. We're expanding this now. Is that energy of needing that deep connection and just feeling like it's missing. And that extends to life too. This needing this deep connection with the world, with life, and not feeling it, like it's not there, nobody's home kind of energy. And so beginning to, that took us down a whole different road there, but that's the energy that I feel for a lot of us, for a lot of starseeds, for a lot of people who identify with any of the labels that we're talking about in this video today: twin flames, starseeds, light workers, whatever you wanna identify as, or however you wanna identify with that energy. It's that feeling, right? And so it's like we're finally beginning to, it's like, so what Spirit wants us to know is that your dreams, the reason that it wasn't enough for you is because there is so much more that is available to you, because you are deep. You are deep. And you are complex. And there is a love, and there is a connection, and there is an experience of this world and dimension that is just as deep and complex as you are. And there's nothing wrong with any of us for wanting that, for needing that. And don't give up on that. Keep your sights on that. Keep that hope alive, right? Make a wish. It's that sort of energy. And so now we have the Knight of Swords coming out. This is fast-moving energy. Fast-moving, abrupt. We've got the Palace of Coins. So this is an environment that is very nurturing, very stable. And we have the Ace of Coins, which is a new cycle in the material realm. Often blessings, finances, resources. Yeah, so this is a lot of stability coming in. This is a lot of stability. This is things being offered. This is opportunities. If you're willing to jump in. If you're willing to say yes. If you're willing to take a leap, to take a risk. Are we willing to do that? Got the Seven of Pentacles here. That's the energy of evaluating, right? Then we have the Four of Swords, healing. I think this is an energy that many of us have been in for a while, right? That energy of healing, that energy of evaluating, trying to figure out, this is like reevaluation, and this is retrograde season too right here, right? Where we're taking a look at how far we've come at what we have created, and then we're seeing where we want to go from there. We're taking a second look, and we're taking that time out when we need that time out. Taking that time, we're getting another look at a deeper level of our healing. We're, I think, all of us in a deeper level of healing now than we have been in before. Anything else here? Yeah. Then we have the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups. And so this definitely feels like there's an energy for some people too, as the blessings start coming in. As things are being offered, it was that energy of, are you ready to jump in? But I think that a lot of people may not be ready to jump in, because there's this period like, because of what's happened, because of this energy, right? And this is the end, right? A 10 is an end. This is the end of this cycle. And with this Queen of Cups, this is like a painful emotional cycle. So there's a very painful emotional cycle that is closing out and ending here. But there's a deep level of healing that had to happen first. And there's a little bit of hesitation maybe, just because of not wanting to start this cycle all over again. Yeah. Nine of Swords. That's right. See how the energy, it's like that fear of the energy moving backwards from the 10 to the 9. Then we have Justice and we have the Six of Cups. So this is definitely karma, right? This is justice. This is a situation from the past being brought to justice. And there's a lot of karma. We are doing a lot of karmic clearing as we move through this month of May. as we move into this eclipse season, right? Yeah. Then we have the Knight of Coins, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Coins. Yeah. So we definitely have this karmic energy, this clearing, this balancing of the scales that's going on. And so for some people, the things coming in are a way of the scales being balanced out, are a matter of karmic return. Or for some people, there is an energy, or there is somebody wanting to come back in and make things right. And we do have Mercury retrograde approaching a few days after that eclipse. So that makes sense as well, that we may have some of that energy coming through. Yeah, tell me more about this Knight of Coins energy. Got the Six of Wands. So triumph. This is leaving things behind. There's something with this Eight of Cups. Being successful because you're able to walk away and leave things behind. And then once again, we have the energy of the Two, right? Now we have the Two of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Six of Swords. So I really feel like what this is telling us is there is progress, and it may have felt like slow progress. Remember, this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest knight in the deck. There may have been slow progress, but it's still a victory, even if it's come in increments. And part of that process has been this energy, right, where we're walking away. And what's interesting in this cup is that look at all these cups down here that he's walking away from. Right? He's walking away from all of that. It looks nice, right? It looks real pretty. But he's walking into the unknown instead. So it's like all that glitters is not gold. I feel like that's a lesson that people have had to learn. And it's really been a lesson, like this really reminds me of the Moon card too. So it's been a lesson in using our own internal discernment. And for some people, it's like needing to leave things behind. That once were fulfilling but aren't anymore. Or just, it's sort of like that energy when we were talking about like, why isn't this good enough for why is this good enough for everybody else, but it's not enough for me? That energy. Why is this not enough? So it's like all of this, even though it's so glittery and so gold, and to most people would be like the jackpot, right? It's not enough. And so we're walking toward the unknown. We're leaving everything behind. This is that energy when we talk about all the things that made us feel like that we identified with. This is who I am, right? All of that stuff. Walking away, leaving that behind toward the unknown. Because he's being called. He feels the call. And then we have balance, right? The Two of Pentacles is often about needing to make a decision or come into balance. But in this deck, like he feels like he knows what's up. I don't think that card, this card feels this is Jupiter in Capricorn. All right. Jupiter in Capricorn manifests very well. We had Jupiter in Capricorn for quite a while, right? During 2020, during all of those crazy alignments that we had with Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter. Yeah, this is really all of that. Having the courage, right? Are you willing to jump in? Right? Having the courage to walk away from the known, to walk away from what's safe, to stop playing it safe, and to move towards where the soul is calling, brings in this beautifully manifested energy. It brings us out of this energy of dissatisfaction. Right? To calmer mental waters. And then we have the Tree of Life on the bottom of the deck, and Tree of Life on the bottom of the deck here, which to me represents a major spiritual upgrade, the next level of our spiritual journey. Some sort of illumination, right? So that's what we move toward. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting reading for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I know it resonated for exactly who it was meant to resonate for. I love you guys. I appreciate you so very, very, very much. I hope that you have an incredible day. Actually, you know what I'm going to do before we close? I do have some new decks. For some reason, I just really wanted to play with the tarot today. So I didn't get into my Intuit decks, which I'm very excited about. I'll probably be doing some of the zodiacs with them. But I do also, have this beautiful dragon or unicorn deck. They're unicorns, but they're all different types of creatures in there. The one on the cover looks like a dragon, so it makes me think of dragons as well. But this beautiful unicorn deck that was sent to me as a birthday present from one of you beautiful people, my beautiful subscribers. I don't want to call you out by name because I don't know if you want me throwing your name out there. But thank you so much. It is so gorgeous, and it just touches me so very, very deeply. Just the thought behind it, and I love it, and I love you, and I appreciate you so much. So we're gonna close with a little unicorn guidance, and we have been talking about the unicorns quite a bit lately. Their energy has been coming through, so how appropriate that we have a unicorn deck. So let's get a couple closing cards for today, May 21, for this reading. And we also, this is interesting that this is coming up too, all this manifesting, this bringing in energy, this Jupiter and Pisces manifestation energy, because on the 23rd, 2 plus 3 breaks down to a 5. So it's like a secondary 555 portal day. So there is that major energy that we have to work with then as well. Which, depending on when you want to say, I mean, the Pleiadians did come through, and we're talking about the dates, right, of the Pleiadian portal. They did come through with the 7 card and the 22 card, or the 17 card and the 22 card. But whatever, regardless, we're still in the energies of that, and then it's kind of like another 555 gateway, or it is another 555 gateway opening up on the 23rd. So lots of manifesting potential. What guidance do the unicorns have for us to close today? We have direction. So this reminds me sort of the archer, right? Of the arrow, right? The direction. Where are we being guided? Where are we being pointed to? And then we have roots. So once again, it's that energy of stability that we were talking about coming through, right? People being guided to where you want to put down roots, to how you want to put down roots. Like, it's almost like what it feels like to me, and we have creativity, is it's like an uprooting that's happening for some people right now. An uprooting and a new direction. Right? And a new direction that's really inspired a new creative direction for a lot of people. It's like you're switching. We're really being guided to switch things up right now. Whatever's not working, switch it up. If you need to change direction, change direction. If you don't know what direction to go, interesting. If you don't know what direction to go, it's sort of like, I feel like they're saying, look to your past. There are clues there. Interesting. And I don't necessarily know what that means, but that's what's coming out for that. And then we have metamorphosis. Right? And this is sort of that energy that we were talking about when the ugly duckling becomes a swan, right? It's this beautiful creative, like this fire energy has been coming up over and over again, right? These flames of purification, of transmutation, transformation. Yeah. I feel like too, it's like knowing and understanding if you do have a direction that you're wanting to go. It's sort of like, what is hindering you? What is hindering you from moving forward? And the answer's in the past, right? So this is where we're looking at the belief systems again. This is where we're looking at the programming. And this whole eclipse season, a big part of it is that uprooting that programming. And this is something that I do in Theta healing. So please reach out to me if you want to set up a session for that. But yeah, it's like we're being directed, but there's an aspect of us that for some of us that's holding us back, and it has to do with this, with the past. And there's also this energy of really desiring to put down roots. Really desiring to put down roots. We have stability on the bottom of the deck. And so there's a lot of stable energy coming in for us. It's as this metamorphosis is happening, as we are changing, as our creative abilities are really igniting, and this creativity card to me feels right now also about the energy of the fact that we are the co-creator, right? And so we can decide, where do you want to put down roots? What does that stability look like? What does that feel like for you? How do you want to create that? And it may look different to you than what it looks like to other people. That's the whole thing, right? We're talking about how that all that glitters is gold energy. This looks real good to most people. But if it doesn't look good to you, if it doesn't resonate for you, then change your direction. You don't have to do what everybody else does. You don't have to be fulfilled by what fulfills other people or what it seems to fulfill them. We don't know. That's another thing. We don't know that other people are fulfilled just because they seem to be happy on the outside, right? It's that idea of don't compare your insides to other people's outsides. We don't know what they're going through. We don't know how they feel, but we do know how we feel. And we do know what we need to do, or what would be best for us, or what would move us in the direction, right, of where it is that we want to go, what it is that we want to create. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, hit that like button, drop a comment. Let me know how this reading resonated for you, how today is going for you. I love you. I appreciate you. You are so very, very beautiful and so very, very loved.